For joining me again today. Today, I want to talk about money, everybody's favorite conversation, the thing we love and hate the most and love the most. And just as a reminder, stick with me to the end because I have a free gift for you. And I'll share a little bit more about that at the end of our transmission today. So I wanted to share my journey with money and my money story. Ever since I was pretty young, I've always been a really conscious person. I care about the environment and civil rights. And especially when I was, a young person in my teens, I cared about things that would make the world a better place, right? I might have been a little righteous at times, but I was determined to not be selfish, and I was determined to care about people and help people. And at the time, like so many, I had seen so many industries and individuals kind of do whatever they wanted, and do whatever it takes to make the money, that they really didn't care if it harmed people or if it was harmful to the earth. And I knew I didn't want to spend my life being like that. And I knew I didn't want to spend my life working for the man. So this quick summary is I worked for places that I believed would let me feel free, even if they didn't make me much money, right? So the freedom was the more important part to me than the actual dollar amount that I would make. And besides, I wouldn't really want to have a lot of money because money is bad and selfish and the cause of so much damage in the world. I thought that if I could get around using money, then I wouldn't be part of the problem. Then I wouldn't be like all of the bad people out there. Then I would be different. And in my search for freedom and adventure, I tried a lot of things. I went through a phase where I was really tight with my money. I had like every single penny accounted for. And I also made a lot of things. So my belief was I would rather spend time making things and saving money that might cost me more than working somewhere just to buy it. And I grew a lot of my own food and I did a lot of kind of homesteading activities, and it was fun. And also I was super poor. And then my next phase was I hit the road and full-time RV'd for a while in a converted school bus with my partner at the time. And so we actually did that for several years. And even though it was fun and adventurous and exciting, and I met amazing people, couldn't help but feeling like this still isn't my purpose. I could tell something was building in me, and I wanted to share it. I wanted to share something that empowered people and contributed to good. And I knew that there was some relationship with money in this thing. And this whole time I was working a lot of odd jobs, which was fine for a while, but it got old and exhausting. And I was definitely not contributing in the way that I knew that I could. And all the while, I started to also notice that actually a lot of other people that were on the road, kind of, not everybody, there's a huge diversity of people that do road life and full-time RVing. But I noticed that there was a story from a lot of people that had sort of this judgment and hatred from the money system. And honestly, myself included, thought we were better than other people that were just working normal jobs and slaving their lives away to earn that cold hard cash, right? But also what I noticed is you can't actually escape money. You can do whatever you want. You can use as little as possible. But what would happen is a lot of the people would end up, staying somewhere for free that somebody else paid for, or get in a bind and have to ask for money. Or, I mean, there was a lot of trading and bartering. But also there was sort of a way that they had this story of all of this freedom, again, myself included, but we weren't actually that free. We were restricted to only being in certain places and not moving around a whole lot. And so the point is that gradually the money situation began to get harder. And, it was a great experience for me. I'm pretty good in those situations. It was a lot of fun. I was having fun and enjoying life. But I could sense that there was something that wasn't totally true here. I could tell that there was sort of a lie in my system and something that I was trying to escape. And a lot of it was my money story. And it came from the story that money is bad. And I was trying to escape the thing that I saw as bad. And honestly, the bigger story here is I used money, that the belief that money is bad, as a way to avoid being the version of myself that I came here to be. I was running not just from my dreams, but from my own actual possibility of success. And then all of that stuff led to the point where I decided to do it. I decided to stop hiding out. And I came out of the healer closet and began to share my work more directly with the world, and share what I actually came here to do. And what I didn't come here to do was avoid the money system at all costs. Right? I came here to be of service to the world and help us evolve and grow. And I can't do that if I am on the fringes of society, And then the next layer is the trouble was I was afraid to actually receive money for the work I was doing. I knew it was service. I knew it was deep. I knew it was powerful. But it felt like I had had such a ingrained belief in my system that money is bad. And also this old belief that spiritual people shouldn't charge money, that if they charge money, they're automatically in it for the wrong reasons, or that it's not compassionate, or that because it's such a high service, that it should just be given for free. And I was also caught up in the belief that I thought if I had money, then I was taking from someone else. And I couldn't allow myself to receive and take care of my basic needs. And so it's a lot harder to be of service if you can't even take care of yourself, right? And that's when I realized that if all the people who felt like me avoided money, no wonder the money system was messed up. If all the people that saw the way that we take advantage of others, or that we hoard money, or that we separate ourselves from others because of money, or we hurt the earth for money, if all of the people who actually care about that aren't involved in the money system, then of course it's going to spiral out in a negative way. Because we need good people who care about others to have money, we need people who care about others to have authority and security so they can show up and be of the higher service. And I realized that that having money wasn't actually taking from others, and that being able to take care of myself let me help others more, because I could serve as permission for them to receive as well. And so many of us have this story that if we receive anything, it's taking from someone else, or it's bad, or to put everybody else first, right? And it's actually the opposite. We get to receive as well. And when we're able to meet our basic needs and one step beyond there, thrive, then we can actually help others a lot more. Yeah. And also that, let's just be real, that the lack mindset that I was in comes with a lot of judgment of others. And there isn't anything spiritual about judging others. So I was definitely in that place where I would see other people making money, doing things that I wanted to do, and I would judge them because I thought money was bad. And I thought the fact that they were making money, doing spiritual things was bad. And I held myself at a distance from them because I wouldn't be like them. And all of this was seething with judgment. And again, this is anything but spiritual. So I realized receiving money for helping others isn't actually selfish, and it's not spiritual, and it isn't ego-based either. I learned that that actually my ego that told me I couldn't do this because that was bad and that was ego is sometimes more about diminishing than it is about inflating. So we kind of have this idea that the ego is a lot of self-inflation, but more often than not, the ego shows up diminishing us. So I noticed that, and I remembered that if I expected an exchange for my energy, then also I was more likely to give a really powerful work. And when I was giving away things for free, this built in some resentment. And also, it made it seem like it really wasn't that valuable because the person didn't see it as valuable because they were also not exchanging for my energy. So I learned that a lot of times I was holding myself back or making myself wrong for sharing a picture or offering my work. And I had this story that doing that was all ego. But again, actually, the ego was the one that was telling me that was bad. And actually, I am here to be of service. I am here to help healers who know that they have spiritual gifts and maybe are already healing and coaching people understand how to use those gifts in a really, really powerful way so that they can help others, and also how to bring their gifts forward and share it in a way that is bold and dynamic and powerful. And none of this can happen if I am hiding out and pretending that money is bad, or making myself wrong, or making other people that do what I honestly want to do, making them wrong. And so in the process, I became the person that's not afraid to share my gifts, and started to live my life as a conscious healer who knew how to use my gifts in practical way to help people with everyday life stuff and really deep spiritual stuff at the same time. And also that I could actually receive an equal exchange for what I was putting out in the world. So now I have a successful business with a work-life balance, doing something that I really, really love and is service to others, and not only do I get to help people heal, I get to teach people how to use their gifts and do the same thing and use their personal, unique medicine to help others heal. And that's not selfish. That's the future. That's what we're here to do, to flip the money system. So just a reminder that I have a free training video, how to use shamanic practice to increase your money flow. If you haven't seen it yet, I have a private link for it. So send me a DM or leave a comment and let me know you would love to see the money flow video with some really practical tips and tools to help you get in right relationship with your money as well. Thanks for joining.